Guys, originally I planned for this to be a two-part review on the season as a whole, with the first video being 1 through 5, and then the second part being 6 through 9. But I just have so many thoughts on the season as a whole that I'm going to give you shorter videos with my general thoughts on each episode. And then after the entire season drops, I'll put out a video on my thoughts about the season as a whole. Now, episode 1 starts with a bang. They show us the fun routine between Matt, Karen, and Foggy, and they show us where they are 7 years since we last saw them. And then, out of nowhere, Bullseye just shoots Foggy. We get a fantastic one-shot as Matt kicks Bullseye into Josie's bar, and then they fight for a bit before moving this to the stairwell. And then, eventually, this leads up the stairwell and all the way to the roof. And as this happens, Bullseye is just murdering as many people as he can see. And also, while the fight's going on, Matt is trying to listen to Foggy's heartbeat. And we hear it throughout the course of the fight as well. As Daredevil and Bullseye fight, and they end up reaching the roof, Bullseye, as he's trying to get away, throws a knife at Matt. But they're just so tired that Matt is able to catch it and throw it back at Bullseye and pull him back. And just beats the ever-loving shit out of him. And then they pause the fight for a bit as Matt tunes into Foggy's heartbeat, and as they finally cut away from this one shot, Foggy dies. It is absolutely gut-wrenching, and Charlie Cox's performance is absolutely phenomenal. He is an extraordinary actor, and as he's just demanding to know why Bullseye did this, all he does is smile and just give Matt a little slap on the shoulder, and Matt throws him off the roof. And you just see Bullseye face plant the concrete from 3 stories up. I absolutely adore this opening. Matt listening to Foggy's heartbeat is just genius. And apparently it was Charlie Cox's idea to do it. He just gets it. I love him in this role. And I love how after Bullseye hits the ground, Karen, because she's so focused on Foggy, doesn't see who hit the ground, and Bullseye landed right behind her. So she is just terrified and praying to God that Matt wasn't the one who fell behind her. It was just such a great scene. And I also love how they just make a point throughout this fight to show how Matt's adapted to dealing with Bullseye, because he is just tanking every single one of Bullseye's knives, and all he's trying to do is clear the distance between them so nothing else can be thrown at him. And I love how Dex is such a psychopath. He murders 11 people, including Foggy, and he only really had a reason to kill 3. Like, everyone else was a civilian who couldn't hurt him. Now, for me personally, this opening is without question the peak of the show so far. I absolutely respect that they were willing to kill Foggy. Based on my understanding, it's more or less like killing Aunt May for Spider-Man. He is the constant character in Matt's life throughout the comics, and they are absolutely handling it with the weight it deserves. It drove Matt and Karen apart, it caused Matt to quit being Daredevil, and if you want Matt to break his no-kill rule and try to murder someone without needing to, then Foggy had to die for Matt to be in that place. Now, this isn't the route that I personally would have taken things if I were in control, but I do understand that the decision was already made when the original show was being made, and the way that they did their pivot, the new showrunners weren't able to change this. So I think that they did the best they could, and it worked out very nicely. It just isn't what I would have done personally. And the rest of the episode is great. It's just very simple. It's showing where everyone is a year after this incident. Matt and Karen don't talk to each other anymore. Karen moved to San Francisco. Wilson Fisk is running for mayor after quite a long hiatus from his time during Hawkeye and Echo. And Vanessa Fisk is the new kingpin of the underworld. Matt has quit being Daredevil and is a full-time lawyer, and the timeline starts us out with Bullseye's sentencing, and he ends up getting life in prison. This episode has a great conversation between Matt and Fisk, where they just they play catch-up, like they're old college friends. And these two actors are just phenomenal. I love both of them in this role. I can't state it enough. And they end it very nicely, where they both openly threaten each other if they can't stay in their lanes, because Fisk is running for mayor on a no vigilante tolerance policy, and he's willing to leave Matt alone as long as Matt stays out of Daredevil territory, and Matt is willing to leave Fisk alone if Fisk just does his job as a mayor and doesn't try and get back into his Kingpin life. Matt also starts dating Heather in this episode. She's not a huge character in it, though. And then this episode jumps quite a bit of time by the end, because it ends with Wilson Fisk being elected mayor of New York City. Overall, I loved the episode. 9 out of 10. Very good. Would recommend go check it out. If you enjoy the video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. If you didn't enjoy it, please be sure to tell me what I could do better. I'm always looking to see what I can improve on. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.